Oh, it looks like it's muted. Hello, friends. Okay. Let's see who is here. Hubert the Mad, hello. Conan, hello. Randall the Grey, good evening. Harry Smallwood, hello. Use a time machine, change it back to Friday night. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Same. Shonies, hello. How are you? I worked all weekend, so looking forward to tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, I hope you all had a good long weekend if you had one. If not, I hope you had a good weekend. James P, hello. How's it going? Secret Myth, hello. How's it going? Alright, so let's get started. So for today's build, we have this new board from, I got this from ClickLike.io, but they're collaborating with this maker in China named iNN Studio, and they're making this keyboard called the Parabolica60. They put up an interest check on Keycaps, but basically it's a 60% with various color options, about 2 kilos ish assembled. Has a brass copper mid option, a badge that can be brass, copper, or stainless steel, and then you can kind of find all the info up there. But basically it's top mount and tadpole compatible, so for mounting you'll have top or tadpole gaskets, and it's like 7U spacebar, 60%. So alright, in this box, so we can open it up. Actually, I haven't seen this, so yeah, it looks like Okay, so if you look at the box, actually it does have some info on the board. So 60%, 7.5 typing angle. Whoop, front height is 16.5 to effective EKH of 21.5, and then dimensions, top and tadpole pin, and then gross weight 1.5 kilos, about 1.75. It's built made in China, and all the contents. So it's a pretty cool board with a nice side profile from what I can gather. And looks like if I open the box, what's this? Oh, it comes with some kind of cute card. I guess it's like a so there was a GB for this one in China, and so this is a unit pack like that. Nice. Kind of depicts the side profile. Okay, should I take this off or should I leave it in the box? I'll just leave it in the box. Then there's like some kind of postcard or artwork rather here. It's kind of cool. I need newness. Cute little postcard. And then we have the board itself. Comes with some gloves. It's kind of nifty. Probably recycle this box. And then gloves. Should I wear the gloves? Is it because it's raw copper or something? Because I can wear it. Whew. Normally I don't really love wearing gloves, but if they provide them, why not? You must? Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure what the numbers mean, but it's basically a thank you card. But very nice. Let's see, here it says Parabolica, and then the serial number, retrograde, copper and copper mid. So mid frame and badge is copper. I have a full aluminum plate. It says for lightning. Oh, that's kind of nice. HHKB layout. Cool. Wow, they even say it's like for promotional use. That's kind of cute. Okay. So it comes in a nice zippered case. You know, pretty standard. It's like the small 60% type case. And then on the inside, which Murray colorway is that on the hyphen? It's the one of the Pushing Daisies colorways. There's a few different ones, but this is one of them. Okay. So we got a hot swap PCB over here. And then, I don't know what these stickers are for. Maybe I can check the box to see what it says about that. Parabolica, souvenir card and post, tadpole pins, PCB plate, PET bottom pad, no. Silicone feed, JST cable, nope, no, it doesn't really say what that is. Okay, I don't think it matters too much. And then, looks like we have screws. Then we have the board and cable. Then it says feet, silicone feet. And then here's tadpole pins. Very nice. Okay, so let's open this up. So kind of like a molded case on the inside, deeper on the back, shallower in the front. 2 Velcro strips. Quantagon, hello, how's it going? Alright, retro grage, huh? Kind of curious what that looks like in person. I saw the renders, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Ooh, kind of reminds me of that like gray gold colorway that Neo and Cortikes does. It's kind of like this like grayish champagne kind of color, bronzy sand gold. Yeah, it's like that same color. Very, very similar to that. It goes nicely with copper. Yeah, we have some sandblasted copper in the middle, and then we have a badge that's also sandblasted copper. Pretty nice. Nice colorway. Looks like that gold that Heine did for TK1. Yeah, it's a little on the darker side. Yeah, the gold, but pretty nice. The curves on this are pretty cool. Nice and pointy corners here. You can kind of see. Pretty cool board profile. Wavy side, very reflective. Curved, but pretty cool. Nice and modern looking design. And the mid piece is kind of interesting. It's like goes all the way around the board and sort of like penetrates like this mid part, and then it kind of dips down to the bottom of the case. So you kind of get it a little bit up in the front. So it's like a mid bottom kind of piece. It's very cool. Okay. So we indeed do have a full aluminum plate. So I did a poll in my server a few days ago, and basically just to kind of get a sense for what people wanted for switches. I do that when I'm not sure, and the votes were kind of close for a few. So I had MX Linears close with MX Browns, and then that was really close with non-cherry full travel linears like alpacas, like Gateron switches, that kind of stuff, right? And so I was, the votes were close enough that I personally felt like I wasn't 100% sure which one to use, and I figure like maybe during the stream people can help me choose. And so I have a few options, but I can name them as well. But let me see. I have a few here. Like there is the Nixies that we used some time ago for the Pontes board, the 21XX. Those are the Nixies that we used back then. These are some Gat Yellows that I have. I also have MX Browns. They're in the board, so I can take them off from that really quickly. So we can kind of choose from that. And then I also have like I think I have like alpacas and like Haimu switches, Texi switches, etc. So there's a few choices here and there. There are also like Lumen Key Astral switches and things like that. I think those are long pole though, so I think that technically won't count. Yeah, I think that was long pole, so never mind. Yeah. So you guys can kind of vote if you would like to see a specific switch. I'm gonna take off these gloves. There's not that much copper to touch here, so I think it'll be fine. GATX. Do I have any GATX lubed? GATX. Let me check for Gateron. Gateron X. I have these milky tops that are lubed, but I don't have GATXs that are not that are lubed and ready to go. So I guess milky tops would be the closest replacement for GATX. Yeah. So maybe I'll do a poll. Do you have inks? Do I have inks? Do I have inks? Let me check. Actually, I might have inks as well. Let me check. I think I had a set of inks somewhere. Give me one sec. Okay, so I actually do have a set of red inks from back a while back. These are, I think, 205 and filmed, TX filmed. But you know, red inks. I also have some. So we can also do inks if you like inks. But maybe I'll put it up to the vote. Texi. Yeah, we could try one of those. So let me put the vote here. So final choice of switches. So it was MX black, or I guess I'll say Nixies, MX brown, alpaca, got yellow, and maybe got inks. Is that good? Or maybe I'll put got yellow and got inks in the same bin. And then we can do a quick choice from that because I don't have like more than 5 slots here in the poll. And then I'll put Texi linears. What Texis do I have actually? I have sunny side ups. I have sunny side ups. That's what I have. All right, you guys can vote from those. Vote. Go vote. Oh, looks like I forgot to announce it in my server. Building a Parabolica60. Okay. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm a little stressed. We're looking into apartments again. Rent is high in the city, so the chances there that we're gonna move pretty high chance of moving. So kind of stressed out, but other than that, it's fine. I mean, it's like an opportunity, to be honest, but At the same time, it's sort of like it's a chore to move. So yeah, the past few days, I spent the past few days touring neighborhoods and places, which is always a headache. Hope you had a good Monday off. Today was nice. Had slept in a little, had dim sum, walked around, had tea, watched some Black Mirror. That was fun and eerie as usual, always. Just hung out. Yeah, just hung out, and then made some pasta. Played a little bit of Overwatch. You should come visit me when I move in August. Visit you where? Not many votes, but Gat Yellows and Gattings. Okay, so we're kind of the vote between Gat Yellows and Gattings, right? So ink versus yellow. So red ink. I think these are 205 TX films. 62 gram? I forget, but might be. Probably. And then milky top yellow. 205. I think 65 gram. You guys can pick between those. Still in Boston, just moving neighborhoods. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. But the ambulances add great ambiance. I mean, you'll still hear fire trucks and ambulances probably. Just maybe less common if depends on which neighborhood I end up picking. Frost Zich, hello. Can't wait to get to 69. Nice. Almost there. 8 months. That's that'll be next year. Wow. That'll be like early next year, February. Nine Walker, how are you? What's your dim sum order? What do we get today? We got turnip cake. We got hagao. We got beef changunfan, like the rice rolls, beef rice rolls. We had the hi Mason. And then what else do we get? We got like six of them. So we got and then we got the crispy taro. Like the like the taro with like pork that's like wrapped in like crispy dough. And then we got what else did we get? I think I took a photo actually. Oh, chicken feet, Tichua. Chicken feet. We had the tofu skin with veggies and stuff inside too. Lopako, yeah. Lopako is great. I love turnip cake. Hi Kabumami, how are you? Is sugarcane shrimp proper dim sum? Because I demolished like 2 plates of those. I think it's valid, right? Okay. Oh, red inks. Okay. Wow, red inks. Didn't expect red inks to be chosen. They're like laying around here in this bag with my old like in this old build with a tiny PCB that I was supposed to rebuild at some point, but I never got around to doing. So let's do that. I think I might need a few more switches, right? If you don't say rice rolls, I'll personally visit and drag you back to Nomwa. You should visit anyway. I love rice rolls, actually. Like, I feel like I always get them if I can. Okay, I think there should be enough switches, probably. Wait, is this 60 of them? It's like 10. It's like 20-ish, 30-ish. Yeah, it's about right. If I need more, I think I have some more. Okay. All right, let's get this PCB. So let's look at the PCB for a second here. Oh, it still has the supports. I need to remove those, but looks like it supports ISO and ANSI, split and regular backspace, stepped and regular caps lock, 7U bottom row. Oh, this is a very busy pattern. I believe the production run for this and the international GB is gonna have less of a busy look. I think that's something that they mentioned. It looks like it supports 313 based on these tabs right here. This and this, I'm pretty sure, is 3U tabs. It's 313 if you wanted to do that. Regular and split and regular right and left shifts as well. Okay, cool. Did this not run already? So no. In China it ran. It ran in China, and in internationally it hasn't run, if I recall. It got delayed a couple of weeks. I believe it was supposed to run 2 weeks, like start running on the 15th, but the studio is just sorting out some logistics, and so they're gonna start running it in June. So like this coming week, I guess. Next week, almost. How's your unboxing experience for the Parabolica? Pretty chill, pretty good. I had no issues unboxing it. Like, it was pretty standard. It was just a standard box with 2 flaps. Just open the flaps, and then it has like it had like this kind of like thank you card and artwork on the side of the box, and then on the inside it was a standard carrying case. So inside of the carrying case, it had all the accessories, right? So is this the retro gauge option? It looks a little pink. It might be the reflection, but if you kind of look at it up close, it's more like the. It's like it's kind of more like the I was saying, it's kind of like the sand gold slash like gray gold that Neo uses. It's kind of similar to that. I wouldn't call it really rose though. It's not that red in person. It's more like, it's more brownish, like bronzish than rose. But then again, it's been a while since I've seen like actual rose gold type of stuff, so I might not have like very precise color judgment here. So that's my take on it. Is that copper? Yeah, so the mid piece and this badge is copper, sandblasted copper. Do you expect to see a KeyCon, good sir? I'm trying to figure out what museum to hit on Friday. Wait, what time are you arriving there? To KeyCon. Morning on Friday? Oh, I see. I'm gonna drop off my suitcase at Sunny's and then go into the city. Oh, I see. Sounds nice. I think I'm babysitting Vinny because Sunny's busy all day. Oh, okay. That's cool. That sounds fun. Okay, so it's HKB layout, so I have to build HKB layout, obviously. Recently saw one on Discord, MM. Oh, that would make sense because it was probably from the Chinese GB. If you saw it on Discord Market, probably from the Chinese production. But they're also planning to run an international buy for this. Okay, so got my steps stuff. Let's go ahead and clip these off. So these are just some cherry stabs. But museums sound fun. I arrive, I think, on Friday too. Friday afternoon. For DC, for KeyCon. I'm not sure if we'll go to any museums though. Technically, I think I might be on the clock. Like I'll be working like remotely, so I might just be stuck working on stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, probably kind of casually, right? Like, it doesn't get that busy on Fridays for us. Okay. And then, let's get the 205. Generally have meetings the whole Friday. Oh, I see. Okay. I have a few days of PTO left. Oh, that's good. Yeah, taking a day off is probably the play. I think in June I'll still be owing balance on my PTO, so probably no PTO for that on Friday. Yeah, I arrive on Friday and then coming back on Sunday. It would be nice to see a few museums or something like that, but I don't know if we'll have time. It's okay. I think after hearing that there's gonna be that big parade, military parade or whatever, I was like, if anything, I would rather avoid all that mess. I think that's on Saturday though. It's like Saturday evening, and it kind of avoids the venue, so that's good. That's one of the craziest PCB designs I've ever seen. It's definitely a very busy silk screen, but at the end of the day, the design itself is kind of simple. It has one LED at the caps lock area, and then the rest is just regular hot swap stuff. And the silk screen is kind of busy though, like the front, the silk screen is the stuff that covers the top here. Just kind of like this repetitive logo. I need to figure out post-event moves. I'm excited to go see Ankit. Oh yeah, Ankit's coming to KeyCon too. That's nice. I actually don't know who is exactly going yet. Like, I sometimes get confused with like the events that they're going to. So, but yeah, it seems like a lot of people are going, which is nice. I'm excited for it for sure. Kubo is going, and so is Busto. No chance. No way. No way these two people who are purportedly the same person are not going. I wish they would, though. I wish they would show up to meetups, given how active they are in the community. Like, what the heck? So involved in the community, and yet they won't show up to the meets. Grr. Mason, are you coming to the meetup? Were you pulling up? DC could be fun. Kupo sighting? No way. I wish Kupo could be sighted anywhere at a meetup. I don't know. Never seen. Never even heard of it. Not even the Texas people believe it. This is where I need to tell like Kim or maybe Patty to bring him out. Epsilon, hello. How's it going? Am I? Do I just show up to any meetups? Have I been spotted before? I've spotted a Mason Gray in the meetup. Right? Just kidding. Just come to hang out in DC. I was planning to come this year, but some personal stuff came up. Haven't been to DC ever since 2019 meetup. Oh, wait, Secret Myth, where are you located? Are you like in the area, or would you just be visiting Washington DC for fun? I'm about to sound so out of date. I swear KeyCon was in Utah. Yeah, so the last year's meetup, they had it in Utah. So Novel Keys organized the 2024 KeyCon in Utah. So KeyCon is a moving event. So it's an event that the idea is people vote to have it in a specific place, and you know that place hosts the meetup, like KeyCon. So KeyCon is a moving event. Utah 2024 KeyCon was the first KeyCon since before the pandemic, like physically, right? And it was hosted by Novel Keys. But then there was a split in the meetup organizing after that, because after 2024's Utah meetup, Novel Keys was like, well, we want to have this KeyCon event abroad, and they wanted to bring KeyCon to like Germany because, you know, they were going to partner with GMK to do it, but the community was not very happy about basically taking away this moving event so suddenly from the US, and so the organizing sort of split up. Novel Keys decided to kind of do their own thing called the Keyboard Meetup in Germany that's coming, so this year, so 2025, right? So they're having the Keyboard Meetup in Germany this year, and then KeyCon, it kind of came back to the GCAC based organizing, so that's like community based organizing instead of like a vendor organizing it, and then that's the one happening in DC. Protect yourself against convention flu. That's real. Yeah, convention flu is very much a real thing. A little petri dish of a place for getting sick. I'm in Michigan. Ah, okay, I see. I'm that out of touch, aren't I? Being out of touch about 1 year is not that bad, Mason. I would say I think you could be even more out of touch. So yeah, so before Utah, the last meetup in the last KeyCon was organized in New York City, but that was in 2019, I think. So that was before the pandemic, right? And it was supposed to be in Denver after that in 2020, but obviously it got canceled. And that's why it came to Utah years later when Novelty sort of took over the organizing aspect for it, which I think the community is very grateful for, but the community wasn't ready to, you know, take that away to like abroad yet. Looks like you can vote for a color of the Parabolica to run the GB on their server. Here's the server link. Oh, nice. Yeah, thanks for the link. Yeah. You can vote for that. Oh, I should update the build command, yeah? Give me a sec. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Let's see, where's my command window here? Build. Okay, this is gonna be built with Gateron Red Ink switches. These are, I believe, lubed with Tritox25G0 with 62 gram springs and TX films, I think. Yeah. Rare Petrov sighting? Wait, what? Where? Did I miss Petrov? Oh yeah, Thermal is back for another run? Oh yeah. I saw that, so Salvin just recently dropped the Thermal V2. Oh, Petrov at Keycon 2019. Oh, I see. I'm not sure if it's out of stock yet. The thermal, but I do think some colors are out of stock now. Okay, so I guess since we're already here, let's go ahead and put some of the bump-ons here. Debating on if I need a thermal, if I have a thermal plus. I mean, only if you really like the 60% layout and the design in that particular like form. But I mean, typing experience wise, it'll be pretty similar. Why have 3 stabs? You only need 2? You only need enter and spacebar? What? Why? Why would I skip the shift? ISO mode? Oh my god. Full transition to ISO only? Damn. Damn, son. Oh, ew. Yeah. Okay. Let's get that plate out of there. Seeing Zavaz ISO HKB made me feel things and don't know if they're positive, but there are things. Oh, fair. I mean, ISO is fine if you're used to the layout, you know? I do personally think the split left shift is a little much for me, but I kind of get it given that the big enter takes away the, you know, the key from there, right? But Moose Keeps, hello. I mean, we are definitely doing split backspace, by the way, since it's HKB. I grew up with big ass enter and don't remember what it was like. I grew up with ISO as well, so yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? Okay, so they have this anti-conductive little sheet just to prevent it from shorting on the bottom piece. Just leave it there, it's fine. Okay, so we got these top mount screws. I'm not sure what I want to build this with. Maybe hard tadpoles or maybe top mount. I'm not sure. Both sound good though. So for top mount, it looks like we have 8 screws, although the screws at the bottom are kind of like surrounding the spacebar, so you don't have any screws at the spacebar. Nice and secure. I do like that you only use one same screwdriver for all the case screws and the mounting screws. That's kind of nice. Always a good quality of life thing to just use the same screwdriver for everything. I do think you have to still use M2 stuff for the daughter board though. Okay, here we have the plate. So I can kind of show how it's done here, right? So here we have the top piece. So top piece allows again for top mount configuration stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws or tadpoles. And then the mid piece is kind of like a through case piece that kind of like goes all the way to the front of the case and then sort of like covers the entire part here. And then basically below that mid piece, which also serves as the accent and to hold the top piece here, you have the bottom piece, which is basically just holding the daughter board and this little copper badge. Is there a polycarb layer? No, there is no polycarb layer. Well, so this is just a little anti-conductive sheet, but there is no polycarb in the middle. Yeah, it's just plastic to prevent it from shorting. But it just has these small countersunk screws to hold the mid piece into the case. Actually, I have to open it up anyway at some point once I get the cable. So I'll get there. But pretty simple construction, like nothing crazy. Another board like Ovinic, interesting. I actually don't know what the Ovinic actually looks like on the internals, so not super aware. I'm guessing this is very low angle, so the typing angle is 7.5, and the front height is, it's in the box, I think it was 17.5, which It's all right. It's pretty good. Yeah, pretty normal typing angle. These films are like very crooked, and it's kind of bothering me. Not sure how I feel about the front lip, this part here. Yeah, definitely has an interesting curve part here, but the overall like corners of the design though are pretty standard looking. Yeah, the front lip is kind of interesting though. I think it looks good. But it depends on how boxy you like your designs. I think that's pretty much what it boils down to, right? Haven't heard inks in a while, so I'm excited. Yeah, I haven't even heard myself like with a build with inks for a bit. Haven't done any inks in a minute. I actually don't even know how these switches are gonna hold up, but they seem pretty smooth though, from me just like trying them out. They're a little old though, these switches. So the lube is probably pretty light on them. They're not heavily lubed at all. I know that I didn't lube these heavily for sure, but I lubed these like years ago. They are like on an older build. Oh yeah, I did your 160. Oh, it was a brass plate. That's why I forgot. Because the brass plate is so unforgiving. I feel like any switch you use on a brass plate just feels so stiff. Sorry. I also have been building a lot of cherry recently. Brass plates bestest, they're so stiff. They do have I do have a soft spot for them though. They can look pretty cool. Brassway TX60, I don't miss that keyboard. Yeah, I remember when I first built my... Was it a 910? It was on the brass plate. I was like, oh my god, it's so stiff. And then I switched to a polycarb and I was like, ah yeah. That's so different. Such a different board. But with like the 910, the problem, like, also the mounting points are kind of like stiff feeling due to the like symmetrical mounting points. And there's like a bunch of them. So I was like, ooh. Brass plate for that board, I was like, it's too much. It's too much. Okay, I should test the stabs before I keep going though. Okay. Nice. Cherry clip-ins, pretty good. Sounds good. Are we still in the meta of plastic plates? I feel like a lot of people are just using alu these days. Or have we returned to good plate materials? Yeah, a lot of people do use alu though for standard plate choice. Alu so good, and plateless. I love plateless personally. I love plateless boards. So nice. Sounds really good. I think that's the thing. Alu has never gone out of style. Yeah, it's kind of just like the most neutral, you know, most neutral choice. So I think that's kind of why. Built Lily for a client, I still have it, and bro, this keyboard is probably the best plateless board I've ever used. Yeah, Lily is super nice. What do you build it with again? MX2A Black, 51.5 Gone TX film. Oh, cool. That sounds like, is this Sunny's? No? Oh, okay. Oh, maybe he doesn't use 60s? No, I thought he does. But also, it has a TX film, so maybe not. He would use stickers. Because he has them. That's what he says.
This stove has been on the whole time.
What? Oh my god. Wait, is everything okay? Okay. Was it just like light? Like very low? Okay. Sorry, just was chatting with my partner about something. I'm working on my Sleen commission proposal. Oh, cool. Wow. Sick invite. Someone's destroying something in the background. No, it's fine. It's Kiwi's sleeping, I think, right now. I'm working on the cap still. I'll send you a pic when it's done. Okay, cool. Good luck. Blink twice if you need help. Who am I? Macron? How is apartment hunting going? Well, hopefully. I mean, if it were going well, I would not be hunting anymore, right? There is never such a thing as apartment hunting going well until you're done apartment hunting. Basically, until you're done apartment, yeah, like seriously, until you're done apartment hunting, it's never going well. Cause the ideal status of that is that you're not looking anymore. Are you going to be moving to the best neighborhood? Upper East Side? Oh, Upper East Side best neighborhood? I don't think so. I will disagree. Hard disagree on that. Upper East Side it can be nice, yes. But I don't think it's the nicest neighborhood. No chance. I disagree with myself. Good. I mean, they have good stuff. I'll only agree with Upper East Side if you're talking about like near the park. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, near Central Park. That area is so nice. Like past like Lexington, you know. Like if that's the case, okay, yeah. I mean, that's super rich. Okay, do I do stepped or regular? Stepped or regular? Stepped or regular? I'll just do stepped. Okay. Okay, where is... I need to test the board, right? Carroll Gardens is the best neighborhood IMO. Stepped on Hihi KB? You don't want me to? Okay, I can do regular. Looks like it uses a... not sure if this is a universal DB, but it's kind of looks like one. Okay, so just standard JST, which is nice. No, none of that ribbon cable business. I like that. I like it. Pretty standard kind of position for this. Like standard-ish. I'm actually not sure if it's perfectly standard. Oh, did I plug it in? There we go. Okay, that's working. Good. Oh, I think I need to program the backspace. I'm actually not sure if this is V or VL, whatever. But I can check. like maybe I bent the pin there. Not sure. Okay. Maybe I bent it here. Bent the pin here. Oh, yep, I did. I did indeed bend the pin. I did stepped on my lily. I felt like committing a crime and it felt good. Oh, good, good, good. Step looks good though, right? It might feel like committing a crime, but it looks good. Right? Okay, looks like this is vial, VL, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, I'm going to switch these to HHKB style. Where is, let's see, the layer. Delete, up, left, right, down, caps lock, page up, down, home, end. Okay, I think that should be good enough for me. Very cool. Okay. All right, so now, yep, everything is indeed working. Very nice, very nice. Okay, sweet, nice, a good, perfectly working PCB. It's MX HHKB, so it's all good. I actually will approve of that. Yeah, I think MX HHKB and the step caps is fine. Bunch of heathens in here. Wow, damn. Since when is Frank the Third such an HHKB purist? Got HHKB recently and is like a bigger purist than some people out there now. Sheesh. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Scary. So scary. Bro is Rienfo but American. If it ain't Topper, it ain't HKB. That's true. That's kind of true though. If it ain't Topper, it ain't HKB. Yeah. Okay. So I do need to put the daughter board in, so I'm gonna remove the mid piece. Okay. I love how step 60 HKB, I mean step 60 looks. Yeah, I agree. Just looks good. I did step control my Lily too. Wob has it. Ah, if it has a legend. Ah, I see, I see. That's actually a fair one. I'm not that much of a stickler for the legend being there as step control, but I actually do like the legend of caps lock on step key better than control, to be honest. But I don't know why. It's just maybe because I'm used to it and seeing it in like other layouts too, like TKL and whatnot. But kind of looks a bit nicer to me. But it's, you know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I don't really, that's kind of like part of why I don't really care or mind as much if like, ooh, the legend step, like control is there on the step key for like an extension kit or like a child kit, right? And definitely part of why probably a lot of people who do key sets also don't have step control. Like it's not a big necessity, I feel, for a lot of people. Alright, so I'm removing the mid piece here. So there is the bottom, there is the middle piece, and just gonna put the daughter board. So the daughter board goes like that. I still think I need to get the screws from here. Please come out soon, vintage keys. Yeah, I like that. That IC looked so good. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Okay, I think it's these screws. I need my legends. Weird. I like to see what I'm pressing. Ah, that's fair. No, I mean, it's not weird. I think most people are like you, Anatar. I would argue most people are like you, and fewer people are like me. I have caps lock on my bottom, which is so hard to find keycaps for. Yeah, see? So it's like that kind of stuff. It's like weird bindings that you might do. It's like, it's rare to find the actual legend for it, so I think that's maybe why I don't mind it. It's like because I know that you can just remap stuff anyway. It's like if I have a mental note that this is this key, then it's fine. You know? Okay. You know what? These little sticker looking, tape looking thingies could be useful to just keep the tape, the cables in place. Kinda nifty in that case. Look at me big braining this. That way they don't get pinched over, right? Yeah, that looks good. Doesn't look like they got pinched, I think. The mid piece is actual copper? Yeah, it's actually copper. It's pretty heavy. Do you want me to show you what the mid piece looks like? I can do that. Maybe I should do that. I should be more mindful of people who want to actually see all the little pieces. So let me show the bottom piece first. So this is the bottom piece, right? Oh, it's so sharp. So the bottom piece is not the full board. It actually is missing this part here, right? So the mid piece kind of goes towards the front here. It has a component towards the front of the case. So this is super thin at the front because this is just the bottom. That's what there's the daughter board, right? I just taped it so that the wires don't get clipped there. But center USB, right? And then okay, for the mid piece I need to flip this over because the little screws are in there. It might be fine to have them out anyway. So this is the mid piece. It's actually copper. There's the openings for the daughter board stuff, and as you can see, the mid piece has this edge that serves as an accent on this side and then goes all the way to the front, and then it wraps around towards the front lip of the board here. That space, those little openings are because of the spacing for the tadpoles, and then it also has 2 of the bump-ons. And the rest of this bottom part is just serving as alignment. It's helping the alignment of the mid piece to the bottom. But it looks like that. It's pretty nicely done. It's like the machining of this is really nice. I would say this board is definitely like the details, like they thought it through pretty nicely. Kind of gives me a little bit of that like JJW derivative kind of vibe. It's very well thought out. The pieces fit together nicely. It looks pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah, overall it seems pretty well thought through, this whole thing. So I'm enjoying the build. It's pretty simple. The force brakes are a good quality of life feature. Yeah. So you can also, oh, maybe this is for that too. Yeah, if you want like force brake stuff. Also, I did notice this keyboard kit came with 0 foam. No foam. No foam whatsoever. So they're like, intended purpose is to build it without foam. Which is, I would say, like at this point is kind of rare. Like so many boards come with the optional full foam kit, right? or you can purchase it at least. But you know, typically it does, I feel. Peach is disappointed by the lack of thought. The hobby is healing. Jeepers. You guys are funny. Alright. And then... Okay. And then I can just put this. Oh, what should I do first? Should I do top mount first, and then we can do tadpole? Maybe I'll do that. So, well, if I'm doing top mount first, I should maybe attach it to the top piece first, and then I'll put the JST cable. Also getting my first artisan tomorrow, a Benares OG Moon. Oh, cool. First artisan. Ooh, danger, Anatar. Just be warned. The first? Is it going to be the last? Is that the... That's the real question. A dangerous first venture. Surely, just one and done. Surely. Resin is a pit of despair. There's always something out there that you might want. So, just be careful. Good question. Oh, you're effed. You're screwed. Good question to that is a... I don't think it'll be the last. That sounds to me. Good luck and have fun. And welcome and I'm sorry, I guess. It's basically the way that goes. Welcome to the hobby and I'm sorry, I guess. Look at that. Red switches. Haven't seen red ink spilled in a while. Okay. Okay. Very nice. GG's having money was good while it lasted. What a time to pick for this. I'm not into artisans though yet. It has an intentional seam. Yes, so the copper mid piece is serving as a seam in a way, right? It's very the design itself is super nice. I think it's really well done. I think this is really cool. This like mid piece that is basically giving the side profile like its own personality, like its own characteristic, is super nice. It's very well thought out. It's very nice. Very good looking. So I'm kind of excited. I hope it sounds good. Don't know what to expect. I swear I've seen that logo on the back somewhere, that S-shaped thing. Perhaps. I'm not sure. It kind of feels familiar, I guess, but I'm not sure if there's somebody else that's using that. But it might just be a keyboard thing. Like this keyboard's like branding thing. Sennheiser? Kind of does give Sennheiser vibe, yeah. It definitely gives Sennheiser. Like big time. It actually does look like that. Yeah, it's the Sennheiser logo. Yeah, so there's a badge right there. Okay, so there it is. Alright, well, I'm not sure how it will sound. Also, I don't know how these switches are actually, so forgive me if the switches don't sound great or something, because they're kind of old. But someone said inks, and I was like, I think I do have one batch of inks out there, and I'm not sure how good they are. Let's hope they're okay. Oh, that's a fun concept lamp. I just saw your DM. That's a funny one. Yeah. What color is that? So they call it retrograde. But it's like it's kind of like the sand gold color that like Neo uses. So it's like gold tone, and then I would say it's not really pink in person. It's more of that like gold bronzy sort of color. So it's like a very warm gray, and then it has I would say it has a good mix of kind of like gold undertones to it. This keyboard will sound like inks. Yeah, well, probably, right? Alright, let's try it out. 60% out. 60% in. And what keycaps should I put on this, eh? What keycaps should I put on this? So the international is going to be GB pure or in stock. I think it's going to be GB from how I understand it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a group buy. I think in stock is not the case for this one. Beige with cute sub-legends? Or Boneyard? Boneyard. Haven't seen Boneyard in a minute. I normally wouldn't say beige, but beige is almost a given. Okay. We can definitely do beige. What type of beige would you like me to try? CRP JiPink or Zuyin? JiPink? JiPink, I think I have the beige one still. I think I still have the JiPink beige. The CRP R1 set, right? That one had beige. Olivia? Okay. Alright, fine. I'll do a poll, I guess. There's demands here being made. Alright. Caps. JiPink. Wait, CRP JiPink beige. Olivia. Someone said Boneyard. And then I'll make a suggestion for myself. I'll say GMK classic beige with Greek beige. How about that? Or alright, I'll just say Greek beige. How's that? Black on white? Well, fine, I'll add that. GMK black on white. Alright, vote. I shall wait. Oh wow, the GMK and the CRP is kind of fighting there. I don't really know what any of these are. Oh really? Let me see if I can find anything like pictures. So CRP JiPink kind of looks like let me see if I can. Where's my browser? This is the, oh, it's so small. That's what the CRP JiPink looks like. It's like beige with brown legends and pink sub legends. And then Olivia and Boneyard are pretty easy to search. Greek beige is I ran that a long time ago, but Greek beige is basically just classic beige with these Greek sub legend alphas. And then there is black on white, right? Because which you suggested. Is it too late to use points to rig the poll? Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, get your vote in instead. Make one win. Wow, it's neck on neck between Boneyard and JiPink. Well, I'm surprised Boneyard is what people want. I ran that, the casual flex. Is it really that bad? Alright, JiPink wins the vote. Alright, I'll go get that. I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Okay. BRB. Okay, I'm back with JiPink stuff. Okay, so one thing I'm not sure about JiPink though is about the HHKB support for it. So we'll see what we can do here. One of the legends might not be the right one. We'll see. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Okay, so let's. I think one of the keys might end up being black legends instead, but whatever. All right. So CRP. I think this is 7U. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. Use Fuji 1U, these ones, right? Yeah. Let's see. Got these from a 60, so it should be all the 60% keys should be here. An R4 or R5 run with beige rather than the white, black, black, pink. But I'm not sure. Was it the same? Was it the same pink though? Yeah, I do remember the white one, and then I think there was a Japanese one that ran with R5 or R6. Yeah. But I just don't remember if it was still pink sub legends. Maybe it was the same one, but I didn't buy it, so. I figured I'll be fine just with this one. Their pink R4 one was white, R5 was beige, but both had black legends. Oh, yeah, okay. So I'll just have to put this one here. Let me see. I think I'll have to use a black legend backspace for this. Is this the right one? Yeah, I'll just have to do this for now. It'll stand out a little bit, but you'll just have to bear with it. Too bad. The desk mat is a Hanok desk mat. GMK Hanok desk mat. Okay. I think that should do it. Oh, you know what? For artisans, I have a couple here that seem to fit pretty well. Maybe I'll do this one. And something kind of lighter. Or pinkish. Maybe I'll do something fun. Maybe I'll do this one. This captured by BG. Okay. That works. Kind of yellowy kind of color, so. Alright, let's just do that. Do you have pink or beige Togepi? I do have a pink Togepi, but I don't have it on me right now. I have to go find it. The new capture has 5 fingers now? Yeah, it does have 5 fingers now. Okay. So I guess let's try this out, yeah? Let's try this. Typing. Okay. Okay, I can switch it to the side camera if you want to see it from this angle too. It looks pretty good. Okay. So, let's see. Stop that music for a sec and set the mic up. What's the green board? It's the hyphen. It's the hyphen by Finderworks. CRP looks so cute, like marshmallows. It is a cute color. Wish I like how they sound. That's fair. A lot of people don't like how CRP sounds. All right. So here we have it. This is the Parabolica60 with top mount, and we have it built with Gateron inks on aluminum with CRP caps. Let's give this a shot. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. Can't hear what I'm doing here, so let me just set this up. That's fine. All right, here we go. Oop. Let me try this again. Finally, a sound test with normal switches, not HMX Rain Dance Refraction Matcha 9000s. I remember that comment. That was a good one. I think the spacebar is kind of like, it's kind of slaps hard on CRP. So some people don't like the sound of the spacebar on CRP, but it's kind of nice. Let's listen to the mods real quick. Here are the mods. Sounds pretty good, honestly. Sounds pretty good. It's a nice sounding board. It's pretty solid. So this was top mount, by the way. We can try the GMK bar too, yeah. Let me get one from just try a gauge. Try a beige one here. So if you want me to try it with a beige, or sorry, ABS spacebar. Okay, so ABS spacebar. Let me try this again, okay? Okay, now it's with an ABS spacebar. It does have that ink sound, yeah. So we got the CEO back. CEO is taking a nap over there. He'll hate it if I bring him here, though. Yeah, sounds pretty good, though. I like the two together TBH. Yeah, I think the ABS bar with the PBT sounds actually pretty good. It does have that ink sound, yeah, it definitely does. They're very smooth, very light. So that's with he adjusting back to the pleb food. Yeah, kinda. he has a better I feel like he's a little bit more food motivated these days, so it's a good thing. Okay, so we can try this now again with the we'll just go back to PBT fully, and then we can try it with the tadpole this time. So let's get this on tadpole. Okay. Okay. Let's remove that. Okay. Kiwi available? Some sort of. I'm not. I think he will be unhappy about it, but sort of available, I guess. Yeah, I could bring him if you really want. Okay, see if he wants a snack or something. got 68k and burning to give them hugs for 10. I can bring him if you want. If you redeem it, I'll do it. Sometimes he just really hates being disturbed, but sometimes he's pretty okay with it. He's just, his mood just kind of fluctuates, just like ourselves. Let's see. Okay, okay, now let's do these tadpole pins. Oh, it's disabled. Oh, I must have disabled it because he was away. I can re-enable it. Hold on. Where is it? It's on the dashboard. Give me a sec. There, I re-enabled that. That was fast. Yeah, I'll go get him. Give me a sec. Let me just put these tadpole pins and we'll do that. So there's two colors. Oh, look at this. So there's two tadpole pins over here. There's these orange ones, and then there's these kind of bluish ones, or actually more like, yeah, they're like bluish. I think the bluish ones are less rigid than the orange ones. Maybe I'll go with the orange ones first. Or just with the orange ones. Actually, I don't really love soft tadpoles, so I'll go with the hard tadpoles for this. And we'll see how that goes. Okay. So for tadpoles, I prefer to put them on the plate first. And then the next thing you would do is just plug in your cable. I'm gonna just forgo that like anti-conductive or shoring pad thingy. I think it'll be fine. And then you just put it on the bottom case like that. And then I put the top case on top. Kind of like press it against the top case using both hands. Kind of helps to actually get the tadpoles in the case. And then flip it around and then put on the screws again. So this one was already there, so just tighten that one slightly. And then go on with the next one. I still call those plumbus mount. From when Teja first saw them from Gion. I see. I like the 50 and 60 tadpoles. Yeah, generally I like the firmer ones. I feel like tadpoles are perfect, are a pretty good alternative to top mount screws when they're more rigid, just to kind of give it that slight extra give, but at the same time not to make it feel like the assembly is just gonna sink in to the bottom of the case. I prefer it just on the more rigid end, but because just the material changes plenty enough, I feel, to make that difference felt. So I personally prefer them to be more rigid. Okay. Okay. I use 78 tadpoles on the edges and 58 in the middle. Oh, so to kind of give it a more cushiony feel in the middle. That's kind of smart, to be honest. It's pretty good. Oh, whoops. I went to bootloader. What the? Why is it going to bootloader mode? So am I pressing something? Oh, weird. Okay, whatever. Oh, you never plugged it in? Wait, really? I thought I did. No, I did. I did plug it in because I mean, otherwise it wouldn't show up. Otherwise, it wouldn't show up on the computer. Oh, for whatever reason, the programming, the firmware is not in place, but it's fine. I can just type on it regardless. So I'll just try it like this, and then we'll go from there. Just type random words from this, and then type random words from here and there. It's basically the same thing. Okay. So let's try this. This time it's the orange tadpoles, the rigid ones. Do it like Alex. I don't type. Well, so Alex does that, and then I see that he sometimes types the same thing. So I was like, I try to do it as random as possible. All right. All right. Let's give this a shot. Let me stop the music. All right. Here we go. So now we have stiff tadpoles, I guess. All right. Oops. Sorry about the shaking. Here you go. All right, there it is. Oh, it's hot. It's hot in the room. It's mostly the lighting. Why is the monkey type not moving? For whatever reason, the firmware isn't currently, like, it's not typing. It's, maybe I didn't plug it in fully, but it like went into bootloader. So I was like, okay, I'm not sure, but I don't have the firmware, so I can't like flash it right away. I'll ask for the file later. It's fine. Not a big deal. So yeah. So that's what it sounds like. I feel like tadpole does kind of make you hear the desk a little bit more, probably because the assembly sort of makes more contact with the case. Did you take out the ESD sheet? Yeah, I did, thinking that it would be fine. Maybe I need to put it back in, but maybe it does bottom out. It's kind of surprising that it does bottom out, but I can try putting the ESD sheet back in. Maybe it is shorting, yeah. Maybe it is shorting on the one of the pins. Just me or Keycaps link dead? Wait, really? Did I not link you the right one, maybe? Let me find it. Should have linked you the right one. Let's see. Keycaps dead? Or no? Oh yeah, is Keycaps dead? It's not opening for me. Maybe Keycaps itself is dead. Yeah, nothing on Keycaps is opening up. Weird. It is dead. Oh, surprising. That's rare. Did Corsair mass drop or sorry drop give up on Keycaps finally? Did they finally pull the plug? Is there anything deeper and thockier than Gateron Reds? Looking to try a new thocky linear switch when my Parabolica comes. Like lower pitch, deeper. I like less clack. I'm satisfied with Gateron Reds, but it's been my mainstay for a while. I'm wondering if I'm missing out on newer, better switches. I love a good marbly, creamy sound. Classic. It's a good one. IMAV stole it back. Oh, IMAV. Damn. It was working 45 minutes ago? Oh, okay. In between top mount and tadpole sound, I do prefer the alphas on the top mount though. But at least with this PUT spacebar, the spacebar sounded a little nicer with the tadpole mount. To me. I can try the GMK bar, which I have right here. The Rapster decided to return all his wiki content. Some people don't get this reference. That's with the AVS spacebar. It's kind of muted. It's a little bit more muted compared to the top mount, I think. So I do think I prefer the PUT on the tadpole build, but I do think the alpha sound better on top mount though. Yeah. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it is shorting. I can get back to top mount and see how it sounded like. So let's do that. Original GB was 2,000 yuan. What's that converted? It's like 7 to 1, right? So like less than 300 bucks. I forget what the conversion is. Freddy, how do you type with those gloves on? All right. Maybe it did short though. $277? Oh, okay, close enough. So like 300 basically, right? Okay. Do we go back to top mount or do we try the softer ones? Should we try the softer tadpoles? Maybe. Personally, I don't feel like it'll be like a huge difference, but or maybe we can try that thing that someone suggested. What was it? Harder top tadpoles on the edges and softer ones in the middle. That could be fun. So softer ones in the middle. So I guess for these it'll just be these guys. Under 300 is very affordable, yes. It's a lot of copper and it's machined in a quite complex way, so yeah, it definitely is very aggressive, good pricing for this. This is very good pricing. Hi Kim. Kim, can we get Mr. Kupo into KeyCon? Mr. Kupo. He needs to attend. Okay, fine. I'll put the anti-shorting pad thingy here. Yeah, no, for under 300 for this is really aggressive pricing. It's very good. It's kind of crazy, like, to me, as someone who has been in the hobby for a bit, because these prices would not fly back in the day. So, I mean, not fly as in, like, it's so cheap now. Keyboards are good now. Like it's so cheap now to get a nice board. Okay, it's kind of tough to hold this and plug in this cable, huh? Try from here. There we go. Oh, Miguelito. Miguelito. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you for the gifted subs. Many thanks. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend with the fam. Alright, let's get this assembled as someone suggested. It's softer tadpoles in the middle and harder ones towards the outside. For sure, just chilling? Yeah. So it was a nice weekend. At least the weather was good for us out here. Here in New York, it was good. But unfortunately, I was running around looking at apartments because we might move. So it's always a headache, but it's all right. Let's try this out. Okay, I guess it was shorting after all. Yeah, that's typing fine. Yeah, I guess it did short before. Those hot swap sockets probably shorted to the copper. All right, let's try this out with these guys, and let's see. This is over here. All right. Stop that and let me try it out. All right, we got tadpoles this time. Softer in the middle and sturdier ones towards the corners. So this time I should be able to type stuff. All right, full PVT with I guess I'll leave the GMK spacebar so you can just listen to it with that. All right, here you go. Oh, the key map reset. Whoops. So there it is. Alright. So honestly, maybe it's because it's an alu plate here, the middle tadpoles being softer didn't make that huge of a difference in feel. At least personally, I didn't really feel that huge of a difference. I feel like the assembly is pretty tight, and the alu plate is stiff enough that it's not making a huge difference in the feel. Not really feeling that as much. But it does feel comfortable to type on. Mason with the. This might be the best sound signature to my liking out there. I love the chalky sound of thocky keyboards. I'm actually not a fan of creamy ones, as they often just sound too lubed. This, however, is a perfect amount of creamy to turn the chalky sound of thick into silky chiclet sound. If I ever build my own keyboard, I'll aim for something like this for sure. For sure. Love it. It sounds loved. Alright. I hope you love it. Alright. Here are the mods, okay? Here are the mods. Honestly, it sounds pretty solid. I bet GMK would make it sound better. I can try GMK if you want. I do have a set of... Maybe I can try this set of GMK Pristine, which I grabbed the spacebar from. If you want me to try it out. We can try it. This board is sounding pretty good though. It's a nice and tight assembly with not much, like, I don't really have any of the issues that sometimes boards like this can have, especially with the, you know, like with all these heavy materials in the middle and stuff. So sometimes what happens is that you get this kind of like big metallic enclosure that's really heavy. It just kind of sinks to the desk. Sounds a lot like a desk, and then, you know, that's also the dependent mic setup too, but nonetheless, and then you also sometimes get like this kind of like resonant case, so they really did think it through, and so it doesn't really seem to sound like that either. So it sounds pretty good. They do think they will be offering carbon fiber plate options if you're like, maybe if you want to put some MX Browns on that or something like that. That will be an option too. So I'm like sweating bullets right now. It's crazy. It's super warm in here. Also, I owe 765 a Kiwi hug. So maybe I'll go get Kiwi in just a second. Do you weigh it? No, but the IC does say it's a 1.75 kilograms build, which I trust. I can weigh it too though, if you're curious. $300 not doable for international release though. Now with tariffs, who knows? Speaking of tariffs, I did get a package, I think from DHL the other day, and I did get tariff like to pay. It was rated 20%. So I mean, it was, you know, it was declared low because it was a small package, but it did cost, you know, it was 20% on the declared value. So there was that. But I think, I guess it does depend on what is contained in the package and whatnot. But yeah, anything from China or Hong Kong, it will have that that cost on top potentially. I don't know. Maybe proxies can manage this and figure it out, but I don't really know what the deal is gonna be with it. So. Okay, I think that's that. Let's get the music going again here. Kind of quiet. I think these tariffs last until New Year at most. People are really going to get sick of it. Going to get sick of it is different from making our amazing piece of government to lay off on these ridiculous things. But you know, that's just my opinion, man. Alright, let's try GMK on this though. Let's see. Actually, I don't know. Does this set have split backspace stuff? Might not. I'm not sure. Hi, what's up? Oh! You need to scale the other one. It's right here. Here you go. Okay. Old key set. I'm not sure if it even has split backspace on this. Oh, it does have a... Oh, it should have it then. I do have a 1U pipe here. Oh, here it is. Alright, last two keys here. Alright, let's try this out now with GMK. If you want to hear how it sounds. If I like the sound signature of a board, just think it's too loud. What are you making? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Really? Okay, I hope it doesn't pop. My partner's making popcorn, so if you hear a lot of pops in the background, if the microwave is super audible, then I apologize. Can't help it, but she's hungry, so we'll type away before this starts popping real hard. Okay. All right. Need smell-o-vision so we can smell the popcorn. Oh, Kiwi. Hi, Kiwi. What's up, buddy? Alright. Microwave ambience ASMR. Yeah, I know, for real. Alright, let's try this out. Popcorn and cat. Can you hear it, actually? It's so funny. Okay. GMK this time. Oh, forgot to reprogram it. GMK spacebars are absolute dude out of the box, so I'm not gonna single straight spacebar ever. Oh really? Mine seem okay. As long as you mount them on the stabs, okay, they seem to be fine. But yeah, I guess if you like gauge how straight they are, sometimes they're not like perfect. Yeah. Anyway, had to step out. Okay, I'll bring Kiwi. Kiwi, you want to test the mods? No. You'll get mad at me if you do that. So, let me get Kiwi. Oh, sorry, pulled the cable there. Kiwi, come here. Come here, boy. Alright. Ow. Oh, come on. If you haven't seen Kiwi before, this is the CEO of Lightning Keyboards, aka Kiwi, Overlord Kiwi. He's a good orange boy. Yeah. Let me. Oh, Kiwi, careful. Oh, you're so slippery. You want to say something to the camera or to the people in the chat? Bro is literally buh. Yeah. It's a good boy. Oh, can you hear the purring? Yeah, he's purring right now. He's a little needy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, sorry for bothering you. Okay, wanna stay on the desk? Oh, careful. Wanna sit around here? You can sit. Good boy. Good boy. Alright. Let's I'll test the mods here. See if he leaves or not. Alright, here are the mods. Hey! Wow, it smells like popcorn in here. Enjoy. Enjoy your snack. Your basically midnight snack. Leave me some. I still remember when you did a typing test with him, he was mad. Oh my god, he was... I didn't see the end of that, okay? After that, he was so mad at me. He was just like, I'm not talking to you. He like scratched my hand. He like bit me. He was like, never again. Do not do that ever again. Else you will suffer the consequences. Kiwi, can you like not scratch all your fur on the... That's fine. Thanks. Oh, he's staying here. I'm surprised. He tends to just leave right away. Alright guys, so what do you guys think? I think it sounds obviously the CRP is kind of like a little finicky to get the sound right. Some people really like CRP, some people don't. But when it comes to PVT caps, it's just different. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally do think the top mount with the CRP sounded pretty good, especially the alpha sounded really nice. But GMK does have a very characteristic sound, so yeah. Grating some cat cheese on the board. Okay, Kiwi's leaving now. Bye. Be careful out there. Alright. Let me show the board though. Let's show off what it looks like all done here. Oh my god, so much fur. Whew, so much fur. Okay. focus. All right, is it focusing? All right. So that's what the board looks like. Here we have it with GMK Pristine. This is, yeah, as I said, it's kind of like that gray gold, sand gold type of color. They call it the retro grade colorway, but I think it's a very, very nice looking board. I do really like the side profile here with the copper sort of like being part of the seam and at the same time going all the way down to the bottom. It kind of wraps around all the way to the front, so it kind of gives you this lip at the bottom, kind of hugging from the bottom side of the board. And then the top piece has kind of these curved edges. You got this like sort of curved chamfer over here, giving it a little bit of a lip as well at the front of the board. And then this chamfer sort of like goes all the way to the back. And then as you can see, that copper piece that serves as a seam, intentional seam for the case, goes all the way around and to the front. And then on the back you have this badge over here. Kind of looks like the Sennheiser logo someone pointed out, but this is also sandblasted copper. Looks pretty good. Kind of inset a little bit like that, so not really touching the bottom of, you know, on your desk. We have bump-ons over here for bump-ons, and this, yeah, as I said, can be top mount and tadpole mount. So pretty nice board overall. I think this, if people quoted it right, under $300 is a pretty competitive price for the board. So honestly, for this amount of copper and brass, whichever you choose, it's pretty good. Item off. Have a good night, Diego. Okay, Nine Walker, have a good one. Very pretty. The back bottom isn't too sharp. If you mean, so if you undo the mid piece and you touch this corner right here between the interface between the aluminum bottom and the copper mid piece, yeah, this corner right here is sharp, but when they're assembled, you cannot feel that at all because they're lined up pretty much perfectly. So if you're talking about this edge right here, these are lined up perfectly, so you don't feel any of the sharpness of that bottom piece. So it's only when you disassemble it, you just be careful. But that's, you know, anything made out of metal that's tapers off like that to the bottom, yeah, it will be pretty sharp. So yeah, like right here, that corner, yeah, be careful when you disassemble it. But otherwise, it's fine. Like once it's assembled, it's actually pretty much perfect. So they really did a good job with the machining and how all the parts fit together. So I think it's well thought out. It's a well thought out design, to put it simply. But yeah, for a 60, it's a pretty sexy board. It's a pretty nice board. This retro grayish color is definitely on the nice and neutral kind of gold and gray sort of side of things, but it's a very good looking colorway nonetheless. So that's what it looks like from this angle. Maybe I'll just plug it in and you can look at it like that. But yeah, that's what the board looks like. It's a pretty good looking case. So the copper does hug towards the front, so you do see this bit of copper as serving as a bit of an accent towards the front, so it's pretty nice. So there it is, the Parabolica60 from iNN Studio or In Studio. Yep. All right. If you guys have any other questions or anything else that you want to know about it, let me know in the chat. I'm not sure if Geekhack will come back up in this time. Oh, it's actually back. Did it load for me, or is it just? No, it's not really. It's not really loading for me for whatever reason. But okay. Well, hopefully Geekhack will come back. I actually do have the thread open, I think. I you a keyboard because you're my type. Oh dear lord. If you want to see the thread, I think I had it open earlier, so it might show up here. Yeah, there. Let me just move the window. Yeah, so here I had it open. So yeah, Parabolica60. There is a picture. That's the retro gauge, the same colorway that we had today. And then so yeah, they had the China GB, had good feedback, ready to take it global. True front height 16.5, 7.5 typing angle, several options. So this is the compatibility. Supports 313 bottom row, layout, top and tadpole gasket mount, aluminum or carbon fiber plate, non-flex cut only PCB. They're talking about the plates here, cutouts for stabs, pretty good, easy to disassemble sort of thing. And then they're talking about the front height. It's pretty low, 16.5 is definitely low. And let's see, do they talk about anything else? So top case is alu, middle can be brass or copper, bottom is alu, and then the badge is brass, copper, or stainless steel. Also sandblasted, not mirror finish. 1.6mm PCB, hot swap, or soldered, and then you know, JST cable with USB-C port. GMK vial, VL, whatever you want to call it. So this is the retro grayish colorway, which is the one you have. It appears a little bit more neutral and gray in this picture, but it's pretty close to what it looks like in real life actually. So if you kind of zoom in full screen this picture, it's pretty accurate. Dust titanium, kind of like a titanium gray. It does look a little bit on the warmer side, kind of more brownish. So yeah, but you know, a little bit more. If you want like a darker colorway, that's the one. They have an orange colorway, which is kind of neat. So a fully orange colorway looks like this one's with GMK Sky Data, and then they have black, violet, which here they have it with GMK NTD, lavender, some kind of lilac color, and then middle case they show you they have brass, copper, and then spray coated black, brass, and color of community vote. They're also going to have a community vote for the mid piece, and then same for the badge, pretty much matched up to those. And you can basically vote in their Discord server for that, and there's more photos. Hopefully this thread comes back up soon, but you know, you can see some of the color options there. Do they talk about pricing? Here it is, pricing and vendors. $320 is what they're aiming for default kit. The time frame, it said 15th of May, but this is pushed back 2 weeks, so it starts this coming month. So June 1st through 30, I guess. And this would be, let's see, $320, and then upgrades available to copper, and spray coated, and then badge and etc. Click-clack IO for vendors and many others, as you can see. But yeah, I had the thread open, so I was able to view it. But yeah. What color would you like to see the Parabolica in? If you had to choose a color of your own, I think a design of this kind would look pretty hot with, I mean, I think like obviously like you can go with silver, gray, black, pretty standard colors, but I feel like a red could be really cool, with like the copper mid piece. I think it could look pretty nice, or even the brass actually, red and brass or red and copper. I feel like some people would like navy as well, or like a blue of sorts with the copper would also look pretty good. I think yeah, red or blue, like a vibrant one with the mid piece would look pretty nice. But yeah, neutrals will work pretty well too, to leave the the accent kind of speak for itself. Yeah. But I think, yeah, if you want to go with a vibrant color, it would be, I'll be like red, like a nice red, like a Ferrari red type of deal, or like a navy, yeah, so that the accent actually pops for the mid piece. Yeah. You can't ask any more questions and not expect me to post something silly. Fair. The violet looks good, yeah. Yeah. I would say the violet would look better. Personally, I think I think the purple would look better with the sandblasted steel stuff, but that's just me. I think they're just going with brass, copper, black, black coated brass, and the community color for the other one. But yeah. But yeah, this is it. Melee, hello, how's it going? What keycaps are those? This is GMK Pristine. And the ones over here are CRP JiPink R1. But basically this is the same colorway as like the beige. So I guess like GMK Black Snail would work. Like the GMK Black Snail had those modifiers too, right? Like modifiers and alphas, I think. So if you have GMK Black Snail, you could basically do this look as well. Just so you know. Yeah. I don't have GMK Black Snail, so I can't tell you about it. But yeah. Basically. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But it was fun, guys. All right. I will be building another board pretty soon. That next board I think is going to be the DK1 TKL. Uni Keyboards sent that along with the maker. I think they just posted a thread on Keycaps. Basically, it's a TKL with also like a copper bottom or brass bottom. Similar kind of vibe. But that should be built this coming week. Like basically like beginning of June. And yeah, like another super cheap copper heavy board. Yeah, it's been the trend, but it's, I mean, they're like, their pricing is like insane, so competitive. So yeah. All right. Is anybody else streaming right now? I'm not sure. Oh, maybe I could raid Interloper. I don't think he's been doing anything keyboard related, but I haven't seen him online in a long time, so we could raid Interloper Creative. Looks like they're doing a co-stream with somebody else. And yeah, this is the Hanok Desmat, GMK Hanok Desmat. Yeah. Alright, folks. I'll catch you guys later. Let's go raid Interloper Creative. If you haven't seen them, they used to do a lot of keyboard stuff and all their cool content, and they also edit, I believe, for Patty. But yeah. Alright, folks. Take it easy. Have a good week. Hope you guys had a good weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.